The secret to high energy, a long life, and what is the role of AMPK? Now, most of you have never heard of AMPK, but you must if you want energy and a long life. Let me do a little review before we get started to show you how energy is produced in your body. You've got four systems that are involved. Your structural system eats the food. The digestive system breaks it down. And then your delivery system takes that broken down food and delivers it to the cells of your body where the energy system turns that food into energy. So the energy system is extremely important, and you're not going to have energy unless this system is functioning correctly. Inside every cell in your body are mitochondria. Think of them as little factories that crank out energy. Now your body has hundreds and hundreds of thousands of mitochondria. Inside every cell there's 1,000 to 2,000 mitochondria, and they produce energy. They're very powerful little machines. And it's a kind of a complicated process as to how that energy is produced, but to make it simple, the mitochondria make something called adenosine triphosphate, ATP. So it's adenosine with 3 phosphates hooked onto it. And that is the fuel that your body uses for everything. It takes carbohydrates and breaks them down to sugar, and then combines that sugar with oxygen to make ATP. And then the ATP goes to the cells and supplies you with energy. Think of it this way. ATP is like a charged battery, full of energy. When your body uses ATP, it removes a phosphate group, and now we have ADP or AMP. And those are batteries that are dead. But they can be recycled again and charged up to ATP, and then they're ready to go. That's the whole process. So what happens in your body when fuel is low? Well, when sugar is low or carbohydrates are low in the body, then our body switches to burning fats for energy. And unfortunately, many people aren't good at doing that. So they're low on food and the carbs, and they start getting low on energy because their body doesn't know how to switch fuel sources. But we teach people how on the 7 Systems Plan. The other thing your body does is it takes old cells that are needing to get rid of, and it burns them up for energy. So it's kind of cleaning house. So what happens next is that when fuel is low, something called AMPK gets activated, and that starts this whole cleanup and fat burning process. So think of AMPK as a helper inside your cells. It saves energy when you don't have it, and it cleans house, and it produces energy. Now, that's not the only thing AMPK does. You want lots of AMPK because it improves your energy, but it also enhances fat burning, which helps us all. It increases insulin sensitivity, which is wonderful. It promotes longevity, improves cardiovascular health, enhances mitochondrial function, makes them work even better, supports weight loss, reduces inflammation, reduces appetite, prevents cancer. Who wants more AMPK? It's a wonderful molecule. AMPK gets turned on by this energy producing cycle. So remember I said ATP goes to AMP and ADP. Well, when it goes to AMP, it means your batteries are all getting low. So AMP goes and hooks on to AMPK, and it tells your body to start this activation process. So AMPK turns on energy processes, making you burn fat. We want to do that. It keeps your body and your cells healthy. It makes sure you have enough energy no matter what's going on, food or no food. And here's a very, very important thing too. AMPK activates something called autophagy. Now, autophagy is the recycling of old cells. So it'll take an old cell that's not working very well, and it will rebuild that and make it new again. One of the best ways to jumpstart that autophagy process is by fasting. And that makes sense. So AMPK is like a switch. It switches on this fat burning and cleaning up process. And we want to activate AMPK. So I've got 7 things you can do to activate AMPK, to give you more energy, to help you live longer. And the first one we've talked about a little bit, fasting and calorie restriction. And that makes sense. When you don't have enough food coming in, there ends up being not enough glucose that gets to the cells. So you use up the glucose stored in your muscles and in your bloodstream. That's gone. And then ATP starts to turn to AMP, and AMP tells your body, let's kick on AMPK. Number 2, fiber-rich foods. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, things that are loaded with fiber help boost your body's ability to activate AMPK. Number 3, healthy fats. Healthy fats. What are the healthy fats? Well, they come from fish, nuts, avocados. Those things also help maintain your overall health besides supporting AMPK. And exercise. Now, exercise makes sense too. When you exercise, you use up your stored glucose in your body. So there's not any there, and AMP gets activated, and it starts making your body burn fat instead of the sugar that's not there. The best exercise seems to be high-intensity ones. Now, that's bursts of training. And after you've got good at aerobic training, I want you to try interval training or high intensity training where you do a little burst of some activity for 30 seconds and then you back off of it. That triggers the rise of AMP, which activates AMPK again. Number 5, high antioxidant foods. Foods like berries, dark chocolate, green tea. These antioxidants help boost AMPK, and they also protect your cells to help you live longer. And number 6, we have talked about in prior videos, the drug metformin. It's a medication used for diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and it has been used for 60 years, I believe. It is known to work partially because it activates AMPK. Now, it is a prescription drug, and some people are using it as a longevity drug, and I'm encouraging you not to do that, because it can come with some significant and even potentially fatal side effects. Number 7, what else can activate AMPK? Something probably in your cupboard, apple cider vinegar. Now, apple cider vinegar has acetic acid in it, and acetic acid is known to activate AMPK. So I suggest you get 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in per day for health, for weight loss, and for lots of other reasons. I put a tablespoon of AMPK in my shake every morning. So here's a review. I want you to use fasting and calorie restriction, eat lots of fiber-rich foods, eat foods rich in omega-3, the good fats, exercise, use high antioxidant foods, skip the metformin. Now, if you're a diabetic and on it, continue on it until you get rid of your diabetes, and try apple cider vinegar. Now, if you have been going through the 7 Systems Plan course, you already know all of these things because we go over these tips and hundreds of others. Check it out at 7systemsplan.com.